Hi friends. So, I'm actually recording on the right day this time, so that's something new and different. Um, but yeah, I want to kind of make this quick because I am missing the stream of E3 to do this, so, E3 is kind of important to me anyway, so, yeah, let's, talk about this week's episode of Sailor Moon Crystal. So, it starts off where it shows basically right after the ending of the last episode where the inner Senshi had gotten blasted and you think that they're dead. Apparently they're not, but they do kind of die in this episode because their souls get sucked out, so that was pretty cool. And brutal and whatnot. Um, Sorry, that was my knee. I'm in pajamas, which are shorts, so bare knee. My God, I look pale. Anyway, I am pale. So, yeah. Um, One of the things I'm wondering about is at the beginning of the episode, Mistress Nine mentions how they're planning on like taking over the planet and whatnot. But she said that Earth would become like the second planet of theirs or whatever, and then she went on to say that it would become the new mother planet. Which is weird because now I'm wondering what happened to their original home planet that caused them to need to invade another planet and make that their home. There's a lot of possibilities with that. Like, they could have just polluted it really badly and needed to leave, like where we're going. Or maybe they got invaded, but two wrongs don't make a right, so they kind of shouldn't invade someone else just because they got invaded. Um, but anyway, so yeah, there's a lot of possibility with that, and I think it's fun to think about. But not everyone may, think that's fun like I do. Um, so yeah, um, I really liked the animation work with the whole thing with Mistress Nine and Hotaru like doing their inner struggle thing. It was really cool how like the eyes were going crazy and the spikes were contorting the back and stuff. It was really creepy and effective, I believe. Um, I also really liked how they animated Hotaru's just like flowingness, you know what I mean? Um, she just looks really pretty in contrast to Mistress Nine, who at first looks like really attractive, but then in this episode, when she's going crazy, it's like, she's not as attractive as I thought she was at first. So, yeah, I liked that contrast. Um, Also, um, I really like Hotaru's dedication to Chibiusa in this episode. I know that sounds really weird the way I'm putting it, but she like she even says it herself. She's like, "Wait, if I'm just a soul, doesn't that mean I'm dead? I really have nothing here. My father's gone and my body's being taken over. So why am I still fighting?" And she's like realizing that it's all for Chibiusa. And I really like that dedication to her, and I think it probably inspired the whole thing in Madoka Magica with Homoda's dedication to Madoka. Um, you could argue, no, it's the other way around because Sailor Moon Crystal came after Madoka Magica. Well, the manga for Sailor Moon came first, so suck it. Um, Everyone knows my opinions on the whole argument about how, oh, Madoka Magica is the greatest magical girl series of all time. It's like, Yeah, I really like it. In fact, it's probably in my top 10 anime series, but it's not the greatest magical girl series of all time. I'm sorry. It's basically copying a lot of things from other series. Shocker. But yeah. Um by the way, if you hear yelling in the background, it's my mom. She's in a really bad mood today, and you all know that she is also ill. So just ignore her. It's nothing to be concerned about. She does this pretty much every day. Um, but today is especially bad. I noticed it this morning. She was in a very foul mood. Some days she's nice and quiet and just stays in her room, and then other days she stamps around the house and yells at everyone. So, or sometimes yells at people who are not there. So, yeah, just ignore that. I know I try to. But anyway, yeah. Oh, but good news. Um, the Hotaru Chibusa ship is canon now, which I am very happy about. But that makes things awkward if they actually do decide to do the Super S season, because Chibiusa also likes Helios, so don't know how they're gonna pull that one. But yeah, I'm happy about that ship being canon because I like it. And it was really cute how she was like, I know this may sound weird because we're both girls, but I think our meeting was destiny. And I'm like, you cute little yeah. And Chibiusa was all like, oh, I feel the same. And oh, it was adorable. Speaking of, when Hotaru does finally like dematerialize and disappear, and Chibiusa's just there crying, if you did not tear up even just a little bit, you are made of stone. Because even though I'm distracted with the whole E3 thing and my mom freaking out and all that, I still teared up a little bit when I saw that. Even though I wasn't like completely sucked into this episode this time because of all this outside crap, just I don't know, the way that they drew her face and the line delivery, it was like, oh, so cute and yet so heartbreaking. So yeah, I did tear up a little bit. Um, but anyway, um, so Chibiusa decides that she is able to fight, and so she goes. And then Mamoru is like, oh, well, I have some power too, so I guess I'll go. Even though when he does get there, he does nothing, like literally nothing. He's just like, what are you guys doing? You need to destroy that monster before it invades the world, so go do it. And I'm like, dude, you came here just to nag? Really? But anyway, um, so yeah, even though he didn't get a full transformation sequence, when he threw his head back and like, the cape is flowing and his hair is flowing and all that, I was just like, damn, I would love to see him get a full transformation sequence. Even though in the 90s series he didn't technically get a full one either, it was just kind of like that snake slithering thing, and then he was like spinning around, and then he threw his hat, and that was like the transition, and then it lands and it's all transformed. So, you know, I guess it's because he's a guy. I know that sounds weird, but remember that Sailor Moon is about girl power, and so we don't want to spend too much time focusing on the guy power of the series. I know that sounds so dumb, but that's my theory about why he will never get a full-on transformation sequence. And he probably won't. So, sad day, but, it is what it is. Um, so as for transformations, there was one thing that kind of made me mad. Um, at the end, they made it so that Sailor Moon was about to transform into Super Sailor Moon, and then Chibiusa was just like, "Oh, I want to be strong like Sailor Moon," and then suddenly, ta-da! A Holy Grail appears for her too. Like, what the crud? What is that? What is that? Like, okay, so Sailor Moon, she can only transform into Super Sailor Moon because of the wills of her friends, right? All combined together, they have like a single hive mind, like kind of, oh, we need to give power to Sailor Moon kind of thing, right? But Chibiusa, she can transform because of just her own will. What? What? Okay, in the 90s series, she transformed into Super Chibi Moon, I guess, because of the power that she received from Helios. And that's why in that one episode where she becomes older for a little while or whatever, and she can't contact Helios, she's not able to transform. But here, she just does it with all of her own power. No outside help whatsoever. So, in theory, does that make her stronger than Sailor Moon? If so, that is a problem because she's not supposed to be stronger than Sailor Moon, at least not at this point in time. Okay? That's, not good. Um, so yeah, that kind of both upset and confused me a little bit because I was like, okay, so if they haha, the Super S season, how are they going to do that whole plot with Chibiusa getting older and not being able to talk to Helios thing? Because it's a problem in that series because she can't transform into Super Chibi Moon and fight. But if she can just do it herself now, there's no problem. You see the problem? um, so yeah, I'm not sure why they did that. I'm pretty sure that's not in the manga. I really don't remember that being in the manga. At least not there. Not in this season, or I guess saga, or whatever in the manga. But yeah, so I'm a little confused right now. If any of you know, if it is in the manga, please tell me what chapter so that I can look it up and reread it because I obviously can't remember. And I can't reread it now because all of my Sailor Moon manga is in storage. Yeah, a lot of my manga is in storage because I've been wanting to reread a lot of series like Kitchen Princess and Vampire Knight, but I cannot do any of that because it's all not here. So yeah, that's why I've been mooching manga off of my friend Sean for a while because I'm like going through withdrawals. Yeah, I have an obsession with manga and I do not like reading online. The only reason I will read this chapter, if you tell me, online is because I really want this mystery solved. Because I personally do not remember this happening in the manga. I think it's just a change that they made specifically for Crystal. But, again, I'm not sure. So if you know, let me know. And I will reluctantly read the chapter online. But anyway, That's about all I have to say on this episode. I'm not sure if next episode is going to be the finale or if they're going to have a 13th episode for this season. Um, I guess we'll have to wait and see. But either way, I will see you then. Bye.